last year. They need it now, but let's get it going, baby. Map 1, hard point, ROKKR, Texas. We kick it off on Gavutu.
And you saw those records coming into this, and the Des was sort of talking about it. This isn't a bad map for ROKKR. 4-1 for OpTic, but they did not want to play them on Bokaj. And maybe a surprise, right? Talking about those vetoes for OpTic Texas, right? You're going to have a Gavutu hardpoint, a Berlin hardpoint, which they have not won on the year. If we can get to that Berlin Search and Destroy, a beautiful map for Minnesota ROKKR. They just got to get there. The crowd behind them, a nice lead. This man, I talked about it on the pre-show. He loves playing OpTic, and there you can see that three-piece coming in.
He's always lived for the moment, right?
It.
He's always lived for the moment, and he is rolling right now. 5 in a row for Dylan Attach. As he's getting things rocking in the building, just starting to roll here in this map 1, but it's a 30-0 advantage, and it does not get much cleaner than that. It's the finesse game, man, just trying to get the reload, but up over the top rope, but it's Scump that will finally slow his roll, as now we focus on the second hard point.
And you know, we saw a lot of this yesterday, right? This is a very disciplined play out of OpTic. They rotate over towards this P2. You have Scump working the spawns on the backside. Look at this pinch. That's gonna be Standy who spawns out. And based on this play, okay, they read that well, but a lot of time given up. Now comes the push. Standy on the other side with that spawn. He's gonna get a pinch. Dashing, no streak for him anymore. And inside this hill comes Minnesota ROKKR.
See how it goes. They try to battle through. And Shotzi trying to hold top, but it's the Major with the pistol. That'll be his undoing. We get right back towards the point. It's Attach, maybe looking for a one-on-one. He's got one just on the other side of him. Bit of an awkward engagement. It's Scump that's able to take that. Scump will actually find 2 around the hard point. We get ready for the next to pop. We take a look at the rotation, and yeah, you call it the timing tough.
Yeah, because Priest actually has a kill at Ring earlier than that. I mean, it was 2 players from OpTic rotating on over. Illy was just trying to sneak on through. He left that player ringside, but the nades come in. 3 gonna go down. You still have close spawns. Inside the middle alley, though, Shotzi's gonna find one. Illy, his duo, covering his back. And now OpTic only 15 points away from taking the lead. And this is great for them, right? Because you talk about that transition from P3 to P4. They have the front side. They're going to have the closer spawn up. Let's see what ROKKR's trying to do. Priest is trying to work inside a ring.
We talk about the power of nades all year. They use them well there, and Illy, maybe he gets something going. It was a rough start at this event, but now the hop, the shots, everything feeling good. The damage, the range continues to go through as he soaks up the time. 15 seconds left on the hard point, and take a look at that minimap bottom left. The rotation starting to come in, set up on the new point. It's going to be Shotzi. We'll hop to his POV as he's going to deal with this first wave of the squad.
You're going to have Major work towards Ring. Close spawn should come in for OpTic, though, but you're going to have everyone back here now. Can the nades hit? One player spawns out with Scum. So it's a 4-on-3 now. It's just 1 player left in Shotzi. He was a player that rotated just so early in this position, but ROKKR, it looks like they're able to break on through. Nice discipline from this squad. They didn't get a ton of time at P3, but over towards P4, they recognized the situation that they were in. It's all purple in the field. Look at the top left. That is what? 8 kills in a row for ROKKR.
I mean, I don't think OpTic gets a kill really as that hard point pops.
Oh, no,
I mean,
they just got one.
It's just all ROKKR, beautifully done. And yeah, I was kind of with you. I thought he might get that close spawn, as we've seen it so often. It doesn't happen for Scump, and now they try to burst back through. It's 5 in a row for Major. But at least they get back into the hard point. If you're OpTic, might be looking at a lead change here in the coming moments. Take a look at that number 7. Already kind of posted up back green. Shotzi once again trying to get in position. Can they do a better job in the early part of the hard point?
I mean, this is a great position from Shotzi. He could just kind of ruin this setup right now. And Major's kind of in the back corner, so if he's watching this, he could win the one-on-one. You have Standy beachside. They're going to have no idea. No idea, and he's just going to play his life. And there we go. Here comes the collapse now from OpTic. Illy's going to find a kill. Beautifully done from Shotzi. Not an easy transition at all, going from P4 to P5. But Shotzi got through. He worked with his team. That was just a great play. And now that lead, it's gone. OpTic are in control.
I mean, he even hits the stun to get the info.
Oh,
back
my
it up.
gosh.
And now the movement on point.
Parkour, parkour.
Love to see it out of Shotzi. He's known for the spice, and I thought he had another one waiting for him there, but not quite. As the lead now up to 30, and what a great job by Shotzi and the whole squad, but really just being on point for the rotations. You know, he's known for the movement, he's known for the gunny, but he's got the heads-up plays there too.
I mean, the more we're talking about this is, honestly, this first rotation is unreal from OpTic. I think if you look at OpTic in the past, this might be a completely different scoreline. I mean, they were outslayed, you know, kind of early on. That rotation to P4, they don't allow it to turn into some crazy big lead for Minnesota ROKKR, and then over to towards P5. It's that break where they're now in control, but you can do it on Kabuto. You can hold, you know, 50, 55 seconds. Now a chance for Minnesota.
Yeah, you can see some big swings, so without question. Now, can the hometown heroes swing it back into their favor as Illy's able to get 2 entries, but where will the follow-up kills come? You've got players spawning out. You're trying to hold the threat. Already here from Texas. You've got to regain and retake if you're Minnesota ROKKR. Let's go right to a listen-in with ROKKR.
I need to go. I'm looking over. Just close up time. I stun close left. I stun close left. He stun close left. 2 close left. I got 1.
One shot close. Nice.
I'm in the ramp.
Okay, I'll watch out here. They can be low.
I'm not clip.
He can be low.
Ram up mid or low beach.
Dashy's
I think you want low beach. I got one wrong.
Actually,
Go down middle. Go down middle.
Two more cliff. Yeah.
Scum's going top left ladder. Left top of ladder.
Make this makes it work.
I'm only propane.
Close right stairs. Scum.
Yeah, we're flipping
Yeah,
it.
that guy flipped his team. He's in me back green. He's in me back green.
Top right boat.
Help me clip, guys. Help me clip. Help me clip.
I'm on a pitch, guys. I'm on a pitch.
Yo, top boat, Dashy.
Down the way, guys.
They're spawning on you, Preston.
I'm behind him.
Mid corner.
Mid cubby, Chelsea.
Illy's one shot in the left, one shot.
There's 2. Yeah, Chelsea got hill. Yeah, they're spawning cliff. They're spawning cliff. I'm hitting over.
I don't see my time. He's their side challenging me.
Their side.
Challenging me mid. He's mid side time weak.
Dashy's mid tank.
I got him weak time.
Nice. And there's no time.
I'm trying to go ladder.
Low green,
low green.
He's going left side green.
He's chummy P5. Chummy P5. He's low cages weak. Low cages weak.
Absolute, captain, absolute. He's still low cages, guys.
Trying to kill a guy. Tom.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus time.
He's close left.
We got
Chelsea's
it rank
behind
two.
us.
We got it rank two.
Chelsea's weak. One shot left. Chelsea's weak. Low cages. Low cages still. Low cages still. Low cages. That's both.
Hey, propane.
I'm going new.
Okay, they can be
I'm going ring.
They stun ring. They stun ring right now.
clip on me.
There's a big hole there. Illy
Hold
done.
the heady. Nice. Hold
I
ring.
have no.
He could be on me ring stairs.
Top boat.
Looking over you, Mike.
You're top boat on me. Top boat. Dead. One shot.
I'm going green.
Trying to go back.
It seems like the comms are there, and they're calling people out, but they're missing one.
Again,
Missing
it's
one.
happening, right? Names. I need to hear names,
Yeah.
right? That's really the key. Shotzi is doing it again. It's Illy and Shotzi, this duo. They keep getting behind enemy lines. This is now the 3rd hill that this has happened against ROKKR. They're playing a solid game, but these plays against this team cannot happen.
It's just like you hear 3 names called, and then never that 4th. And like the one time you heard him saying, where is Illy? Where is Illy?
I think he's low beach, but nobody looked for him. Nobody looked for him.
Yeah.
You heard Major say, I think he's behind this green now. Shotzi is putting on a montage. He was at a 6 spree, now a 3 spree. With this auto in the lead, comfortable for OpTic. Now you have the trap as well with 15 seconds left. Oh! Yeah, dude. Yeah, whatever that kung fu noise was.
Yeah! He's got the snapper right now as he continues to be hot throughout the course of this. 189, 124, OpTic Texas in control. As we now get ready for tower. Now, first time through, Texas had a pretty good setup. It fell apart quickly. If they can clean it up here, they're going to take this map 1.
Well, now, you had a 4-on-2. You had a 4 versus 2 situation here, and Shotzi and Illy hold it down. Maybe a couple of impact players that were missing from yesterday have showed up here big time in this map 1.
Yeah, I think Illy was the one that was targeted quite a bit for his performance, but he has been stepping it up with the cerebral plays, and the shot has been there. Shotzi just wants to send it. The hip fire hits.
What is going
another.
on?
What did he eat today?
My man is locked in. Another spree for Shotzi. He's on top. That's 7. There's a glide. 24 seconds from winning this map. By the way, he's going to flip spawns again if he keeps making plays like this, but almost double positive for Shotzi. And he has silenced the crowd.
The man is a one-man army. What a map it has been out of Shotzi. And they only need 5 more here to close out the map. We're going to see another hard point. There's not enough ticks here to continue through. It's going to be ROKKR in, and they've got to be absolutely flawless if they're going to somehow bring this back.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's one big break, one big moment, and OpTic Texas behind a godlike map from Shotzi.
He's all the way around again.
How many times?
This is deja vu. Deja vu from Shotzi. He could just get on the hill and win them the game, and I think he's going to do that. There it is. OpTic Texas win map 1.
You know, when you and I first learned we were going to be casting, you know, we weren't sure at first. We find we're to get involved. We start doing the prep, and we're watching Hardpoint. We're talking to the crowd of the coach of FaZe, and you know, it's talking about how important it is to call names and not allow that one guy to get through. It's almost like a blitz play, right? Like you have one person that sneaks through, they can disrupt everything. I mean, you're talking what, like 5, 6, 7?
All I'm saying is we're gonna be running through some doors.
Hit it!
Break some walls down.
I love it. I love it. Very powerful avatars they have in this game. Just smashing through everything. One day I hope to be that strong.
I think you could definitely run through a wall.
I probably could.
I don't know if it would feel to you.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, you are.
To Scump's POV bottom palace. He's just trying to sniff him out, and he sniffs it, but Priesta too stinky. He's in the corner. He's able to take it. Major will follow it up. That's a 4-on-2 advantage early. Priesta surprised, though. Illy holding on the bomb for the trade there for Major.
And I like this round number 1. Dashido's gonna make this into a 1v2. All right, now he recognizes they might be isolated, but the crossfire comes in. But I like that round number 1 for Minnesota. What do? A lot of the times on offense, it's a quick B plan, right? So OpTic, they get aggressive over towards train side. They're not seeing anything. And honestly, Minnesota are just kind of camping corners. They're playing patiently, and then as soon as someone's able to open it up, it's a collapse towards that A bomb site. Nice round 1 on offense.
And it's just like it's red light when it goes green. Time to hit it. The change of pace. Beautiful there from ROKKR. Obviously, though, shifts a bit as we swap sides. As Dashy will have the big stick out, looking to hit the snipes. We might have some early fights. Around Palace as Shotzi continues to search. Major looking for angles as well. Standing just finding maybe a head, but Dashy right before he drops, he was able to hit the snipe. Major out of it.
See now, Priestley getting aggressive. Maybe in a find Dashy just kind of goes down, right? Because both teams know once you commit to one side of that site, there might be a flank, but Standy through that angle is gonna find a pick. And Illy was watching his back. Now it's 2 players inside. We're into a 2v2. Inside of Palace, Shotzi, Scump,
Door.
very quick, very reactive, and this is what we saw. Playing with one another. Bomb though, getting planted, attach spots him.
The size 13, simply too big there from Scump. Book gets ripped off, ROKKR clutch up, and Priesta fast to the flank. Finds the timing, the pinches through, ROKKR
It's
able to take
honestly,
it.
it's the timing between Standy hitting the shot, and I think once that happens and Dashy dies, I think Illy is almost like, okay, do I turn around now? I don't know if the flank is going to come in. And I mean, Priest is just able to catch him. It's just that sort of 1-2 punch. You go from that 3 versus 4 quickly into a 3v2.
The crowd now coming alive, Joe. I need a hammer.
You should get a nice little helmet with some horns.
Absolutely. But the bullets, they're flying early, and it's
You're
another first
definitely
blood
a
for
Viking.
Dashy.
You definitely have Viking genetics in you. Bloodline, look at you.
Probably somewhere. And Shotzi, he keeps it rolling. Scump now wanting to hit the gap. I think they're going to spot him. I'm not sure it's going to matter. He's at least able to take down one, and quickly Major in a tough spot, snipped out, dropped. And Texas, they needed one, they get a quick one.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, you know, Vikings were savages, and you're definitely at it above that.
Yeah, 6'3", 240, Viking blood.
100%, yeah. You could definitely run through a door now that we talked about it. But yeah, OpTic, they needed it. They find the first bloods. They use their numbers.
I'm not sure Illy could get closer to his monitor if he wanted to.
He's got a couple inches there. Good.
Round 4. And Shotzi, he's just getting tagged up, tickled as the bullets come through. They try to get a nade over the top, and that nade is going to hit. What a lovely one from Attach. But bomb getting planted at the same time from Scum. Now, can he get out with his life? He's able to do just that. And you're spread pretty much across that 50-yard line right now. If you are ROKKR and you're picking them apart, Major finds the next one.
These are not easy retakes, though, on this B site, but Priesta plays it down low towards Trench Shot, and now you have Dashy all by himself, 1 versus 4. Middle of the map is being locked down. Maybe not the weapon that Standy wants, but his teammates on the bomb, and Minnesota bounce right back to go up 3-1. The nades hit. They hit the second pick. Priesta takes his time, Trench side.
Yeah, I didn't see how much damage the bullet, you know, you saw kind of shots his POV, he was getting peppered a bit. I didn't see how much he got hit for exactly. It's something like wall bangs through, but great nade there from Attach.
And that B bomb site can get a little bit scary when you're an AR in that position. A lot of the times we've seen teams either just plant or kind of fake that plant and just push on through with those submachine guns. Attached now with the snipe. Another aggressive A hit from OpTic. And it's similar to what we saw in round one. It's very slow A side from Minnesota. You have one player playing around the middle of the map and Priestess with the bomb. Standy's making sure there's no funny business towards B. There's funny business. They found it.
Shotzi just finds the angle. Beautiful as Standy gets dropped. But out of Priestess, who's been waiting and looming inside Palace, trying to find his chance to pounce. Window, wall, door. Which do I choose?
One window, another window, another door. Oh, don't mind us.
Priestess trying to dip out as soon as he gets spotted. Not going to happen. The comms on point. The shot's there through for Texas. Now bomb down in a precarious position. And yeah, I mean, the two you're kind of talking about the slow pressure towards A. They haven't moved much except they swapped sides. Dashy's going to hit the shots. The trade through for attach, but he is by himself, and he's got people left, right, and center. And he hits another nice one. But
Speed of centering, yeah, that centering.
Yeah.
Centering was solid out of attach, but just no numbers. Yeah, if you're going to play that slow style, the goal is just not to get picked, but Standy does. You kind of want the defensive team when you're playing that way to get a bit impatient, right? Be on their toes, maybe over-peek something to try to get some information. But with Standy going down early, they can just kind of play around their numbers, right? And this is what OpTic has done so well.
kind of changes the flow entirely really quick, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's been, I mean, talking from a first blood standpoint, I mean, I think it was like 2 in a row for Dashy, and then Shotzi's had one other down around, but they've been doing pretty solid from that regard. Shotzi with another one, but Priesta instantly there to even the odds.
He's got to try to get out.
But
He needs his
Shotzi's
teammates.
just chasing, he's able to do it. And just trying to finesse around the bomb. He's got people on every side.
I know his position. Major just gonna get double peeked. I mean, you're hoping that Major can, get the trade on the Shotzi on the bomb. The problem is, though, the player playing back trench side, he ends up getting picked. So Major has to back on up in a 1v2 with the MP40s, hoping a timing goes his way, just does not. Pretty difficult to play around B if you got us up.
All right, that just looks stressful, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a couple rounds now for OpTic Texas. The crowd once again just trying to bring life to this ROKKR team.
I think, and maybe trying to isolate Standy trench side. It's again this slow ace build-up from Minnesota ROKKR. They're just going to go for the bomb. They're just going to work on up. Bomb being played out. We're going to have a 4 versus 4 retake. We'll see. If any of the nades hit from OpTic, sounds like nothing's really gone off for now. Attach trying to find a pick.
And now a much better position, though. You don't get first blooded, you get the bomb down, you put the pressure on OpTic.
And Priesta is massive here. If he can find 1 or 2, he can change everything.
He found 1 or 2 bullets.
They just got on the bomb. They're on the defuse right away. They're on that defuse. They just get on it. That is done. Nobody checks it. That's a cerebral play from OpTic. They just jump right on it. I mean, you're in that 4 versus 4. Yeah, I mean, we're mind blown too.
Yeah, that is the face of a woman that is mind blown.
What just
100%.
happened?
Yeah.
They just hopped the defuse.
What a great shot there from our camera crew.
And it's one of those situations where nobody really wants to get picked, right? In the 4v4, so you're not over peeking. Priest is really your point guy. Once maybe he gets a kill, boom, you can start to collapse. Maybe Attach sees across the bomb, but it doesn't.
Just think you have more information than you do. It's another one for OpTic Texas. 3 in a row now. A much needed first blood for ROKKR. They follow it up as Standy wins a big one. The 2 remaining players outside towards trains in A. And Illy at least able to get 1 and get away with his life for now. He'll recoup with Dashy and see if they can pick this apart. They've got a minute to work with.
And this is just one of those rounds, right? Take your time.
Don't give them a freebie.
Don't give them a freebie. You can allow them to plant the bomb. You have numbers, right? OpTic's just going to try to work your pace. See if anyone gets a little bit lazy from ROKKR. Maybe Dashy can find a pick, but that bomb is down. Attach, I think, just going to shoulder it, but you have Standy watching the cross from mid-staircase.
It's like they took about 30 seconds to see if they get a freebie. Now they got to go. Once they got to go, they're going to start to get caught. Illy falls. Dashy.
Well, we know what he can do with this.
Yeah, he can make plays, but no chance given Good patience and discipline there from Rockers to close out the round, not give freebies.
But as you said, that first blood, right? Then that second one in the
Well, it
palace.
felt like it'd been like 4 straight rounds since they got one, honestly. Like, they just didn't have numbers very often. There's something in that ballpark. Like, I know there were trades in a lot of them, but I just want to jump around and dance.
You need a We Will Rock You. You know what I mean? He's a rocker.
Yeah.
You like that? Tash getting very aggressive. Just kind of hits it, finds the timing, right through that A alley. Man advantage now, bomb started being planted. OpTic's trying to hunt him down, but this is great for him. Now what can Illy find?
It's like the longer he can play his life,
The better.
more time he can waste.
Hopefully someone doesn't hop the bomb.
And he's just getting information from that position. I'll feed one over to Priesthood. I'm going to have a one-on-one on the other side. Is that Scump starting to push through? Major Maniac is just ready and waiting. Scump, we shall see you in the next round. Round to ROKKR. 1 round away from tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, Major was just watering his plants back there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of how he finds his den.
I don't know that there's a whole lot of water there in the desert.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's taking care of it. That's
Okay.
his tree, so. He's very much into nature.
That's nice of him. They need this one. They need this one badly. The crowd can feel it. Another round. They're tied up 1-1. They can brush off the hard point loss. But we're not quite out of this one yet. Kandashi find a pick with a snipe. Kandashi make the movement hit. He sure can. Little hop shots hit. First blood to OpTic Texas.
And with that spot, right, there's just no trade. I mean, he's hit down to 2. And he's over the wall, and now he's on the bomb. There is one player in Major Maniac in that spot. He's gonna have Dashy watching over him. Yeah, Major has to make the play. He's gotta make a play here. He does. Into a 3v3. Illy, though. Illy's gonna get taken down. No, 1 versus 2 for Dashy.
Priesthood coming up big. Preston going huge. Major with 2 in the round. It's a 6 streak to close it out. It's a search and destroy win for ROKKR. And we are all tied up.
Bring the music back. Bring it back on.
Woo! Woo!
Bring it back. Yeah! You were right, music guy. The map's over.
They just teased it. They teased it. The fans fired up. The first time they played, they got it done through the search and destroy. They're going to need to do it here again. They close out the map 1. They rebound after it started to get away from them, right? You get, what, 4 Texas rounds in a row? They were starting to find a groove, but you bring the crowd back into it. You come up with some big plays, some clutch moments, and they close it out.
Just quickly in your face. Dashy, it's an art form.
He's put other ARs in the blender on this particular map.
But all other teams.
Yeah. No, 100%. But all right, let's get into it. It's Priesthood, kind of the king of the map, too. Starts to get the ball rolling for ROKKR. As they'll look to hold here defensively. They've got 3 pushed up near the point. Really just Priesthood who's going to be coming off a spawn. He'll kind of pick up D with his teammate watching the cross. That's Major hitting the shots, and that's 3 straight kills there for ROKKR.
Just kind of slowing it down now. Now you do have OpTic off a spawn, maybe working towards B. So they know this, right? P5 is open. You have to rotate over. Off a spawn is going to be Priesthood. Now you can get on B and at least just kind of stop the clock if you need to.
And Shotzi with the movement. How many times have we seen him just slide under somebody? And you know how hard that is to deal with as the opposing player. It's like impossible.
Yeah, that's why he keeps doing it.
Yeah.
He continues this, right? As he gets towards back tank. The rest of ROKKR, though, they kind of wrap through towards P5. They get towards flat side. They're just looking for one player, and Dashy's on it. They didn't know he was there. Attach, though, was there for the trade. He's up to 4-0. We saw his stats. I think, what was it, through 2 maps, 1.19? That's what I mean, Attach. I don't know what it is exactly, but he does love playing off.
What, he get up a 0.4 on the year and suddenly drop like a 1.5 against OpTic? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. It's kind of how it feels at times. But it's a bulk out for Illy. But we swap right over to Attach, and he's keeping it rolling. That's 6 straight now as he works closer to the glide.
Glide's huge, especially offensively.
Just getting the info, a little trigger discipline for now, just getting the call outs to the teammates. But he sees one of the cross, and now as he works the flank, there's the freebie. There's the glide.
The pressure, though, is at B. That's where Major Maniac is. He does find one. He has a 1-on-2. Major's just trying to buy time right now. Major does get taken down, allows his teammates to rotate on over. That is 3 ticks in already. It looks like A is going to get done. It's Minnesota. They have to worry about B.
Yeah, that was a good job. Dashy's kind of got to rotate them off, just make sure they can finish A and now get the extra minute. So they've gotten 4 points of progress. The Attach is just trying to hit something through the wall. They're not able to connect. And you have just over a minute now to work with. As it gets fast and frantic around the point, it's Scump and Shotzi. They're able to combo to take down 2.
And I like this from OpTic. Allow Illy to come off spawn. You see he's using that full, which we've been talking about all weekend. Standy is working through a pinch, but Illy's gonna pick that up. Taking their time is Minnesota ROKKR, playing patient, forcing OpTic to have to go first. Still a 1 life advantage. Now up to 2 is Major, gets the kill, backs on up.
You're just kind of waiting here now if you're Illy, just sort of isolated on the other side. I thought he was kind of waiting for his teammates. Actually, Nate that's going to take him down. The rest of the players sort of pushing their way through church side. Each team able to come up with a 1-on-1, still dancing around the point is Shotzi, but eventually he will be dropped. Now just about 35 to go. Lives-wise, you got 2 life advantage. 8 versus 6 if you are ROKKR. And Standy, he increases the odds. As he's now on 3 in a row, just trying to get the reload in as he gets scrambling back the point, but this is really your last push if you're OpTic. You have 20 seconds to go. You got all 4 up. You only have 1 respawn remaining.
Yeah, you're just waiting for your Scump to kind of reinforce here, so you have a 4 versus 4. Illy's gonna get on that B point. Shotzi's gonna get picked. That's before Scump is there. He can't really help. Now he can, but it's just a couple of seconds, I think, too early there from OpTic.
Shotzi's gonna be last alive, so that's where we will end objectively. So they get 4 points of progress. You have a good hold. I mean, really, I thought they were going to keep him from really getting any time extension for a while there, but I think what ended up being the 2-on-1 against Major Maniac over towards B, finally they alleviate some pressure from A, they get that in transition, but then you hold strong from there if you're ROKKR.
Yeah, I mean, if you're OpTic, you had like 1 push where Shotzi was able to get down to B, kind of in that 4v4 situation, and it's nice patience from ROKKR, right? Even into that 2v2, they backed on up to flat, they played around those stairs, right? Players off spawn, can work with those nades. But you want to win around, you're supposed to.
Hope he hasn't hit his friend in the face with that horn, but he can turn awkwardly. Could be painful, Joe.
Oh, your eye out, kid.
Yeah. Dashy and Illy, they're lighting it up early. You see number 3 coming off a spawn, that's going to be Major Maniac. He's just going to be wrapping this over towards the other side, but already pushed up the entire way will be Shotzi. And Shotzi's able to win that fight on the other side of the map. We now get back over towards A, and it's Scump here lurking, Scump here hitting, and able to finesse away with his life for now. Great defense thus far.
Yeah, it's a big kill though by Standy to take down Shotzi because he's watching the rotation of B, right? Off a spawn, Dashy and Shotzi have to go back to B. If he doesn't find that kill, they know all the pressure is mid-map at A. So just getting that kill, forcing them to rotate back, and now he's on a 3-speed progression being made. He's gonna get aggressive, but Scump says that not right now. Not let you make a play.
Priest's trying to get the movement, the shots into just about everybody, but there's the second part of progress. Looking to finish off A, and yeah, it was a great hold until, you kind of called it. They get that big transition kill. Kind of the floater, and things start to unravel. Now they've got significantly more time and looking good in the lives department. You got 2 minutes to work with. You're just about even there.
Yeah, that glide.
Yeah, and you still have the glide. Now where do you ramp this up from? They're going to lose somebody and get staggered here a bit, but Standy able to win a big one. And that's going to make the head turn. That's going to be Scump that's not going to have to turn. It's actually Dashy, though, with the auto at range. That cuts down the push from the flank.
And you can see with the position right now of Shotzi number 7 at Fountain, with radio controlled by Dashy, they're just going to give up the back of the map. You can. They're going to say, fight us, right? We're going to have the power positions, plat side and top tower. But the kills are coming in now. Now here comes a collapse off a spawn. All of OpTic trying to get to Dashy by radio side in this position. Standy, oh, the grunt, it works. It doesn't always work, but that time able to catch him off guard. The reinforcements again, Scump with a multi-kill to stop a push.
It's like there have been some moments where you're thinking this is the breakthrough, and how big would an offensive round win be here? They've gotten so close to finding that opening, getting some real pressure on the objective. Is this now another chance? They're just sliding across. The nades are going to connect. Illy's shots going to put him down as well. Scump and Illy just working together on the crossfire, and Dashy wants involved as well. Now they're able to fan out, push this a bit with 35 seconds remaining, stop them from getting anywhere near B.
Just a little bit from those point of views, with what we've seen, right, content-wise from OpTic, one of the big things is Rambo has thought nobody plays their life quite like us, and you're seeing what it does. Just buying a second or two, allowing your teammate to get near you, to make that trade, to play your life. You see what it turns into. In the top right, that's 8 kills in a row for the team. They shut down that offensive attack. It was around 14 to 12, I want to say. ROKKR, I mean, it was a solid one, but what, they get 3 ticks, so OpTic right now up 1.
Yeah, I mean,
round
it was
5.
solid till it wasn't, right? Like, you get A so clean. Yeah, I think you're down 1 life at that point. You kept it about even till you said, around 14, 12, whatever, it was right in that ballpark, but then the green wall, they just couldn't get through it. Like, they just get absolutely shut down. And you would hope in that 2 minutes you get 1 point of progress, something, but nothing going. What a defense it was. So now we flip sides and see if ROKKR can ramp it up, or if you're going to strike now on offense. Scump just comes soaring out for Broken and able to take that first fight. There's a one-on-one on the bottom side of the map, and that's going to go to Shotzzy as well. So that's going to turn heads immediately as he's found an opening towards B. The gunfights continue to go down over towards A. But look at how many people have to come focus this now.
All right, just buys a lot of time as well. So now they can just kind of put one player on it, work map control, try to drain the lives. ROKKR, though, similar to what we saw from OpTic, they immediately get out towards P5. They're playing around Fountain and Radio now. Shotzzy does get through. Major Maniac right behind him. Doesn't spot him. This guy's the route man for a reason. This guy is, doesn't find the second snap after the slide. Again, A almost done. Attach's gonna win that gunfight over towards A, and Priest off on that flank. Shotzzy though reads it.
I was thinking he'd disrupt this just enough, maybe delay, because you had the pinch coming in from Attach on the other side of it. Up off spawn, he will get the 1 kill, that would delay it for now. So maybe you chop down a little bit more time before they get the extension. You imagine they're eventually gonna get it, but not quite there yet. Lives relatively even. All 4 just kind of hitting out through mid. You saw the arrows, kind of heads on a swivel, looking for an opening as Shotzzy tries to shoot it through Church.
Yeah, he's gonna get called out though. Standy just kind of rotating around Scump, playing around this P5 area. It's this gunfight right here. Who's gonna win it? Now with Scump winning it, now here comes the transition over to B for ROKKR. Priest off his spawn, you don't win that one. There's the trade.
Can you keep 2 there? Can you keep 2 at A to hold
They
this?
are right now. It's working right now.
You're able to. You hold at A. You have just enough to get the kills over towards B.
This could be huge.
Was a centimeter for being a 3rd point of progress in the added minute with A. They have not been able to touch again. ROKKR had just locked it down. Now you find another moment where maybe you can get this done. Illy's gonna shoot it on over towards B. They get the clearance on A once again. But you'll stop the clock due to Illy winning his gunfight.
And all of OpTic are getting here now. This is not over yet. 14 to 8.
Honestly, getting the 3rd tick, I mean, that's big in itself, right?
You find number 3. Gonna get to number 4. Here comes the retake. 4 minutes out of ROKKR. They find those kills, and then off his spawn, look, Illy's gonna immediately go towards A. Not enough time.
No time. So, it's like, part of me is, I guess, disappointing for Texas in a way. I mean, you were, a centimeter away from finishing A. You had a couple of chances to pull people away, and you just couldn't win the big fights. But the fact you get that 3rd bit of progress, considering where you're standing right now, you'll take it.
It's just sort of that philosophy of how do you want to play this? Do you just want to get done with A and have a lot of attempts towards B? Do you just want to keep one player on it, sort of just play around the clock?
Yeah, I was kind of saying to you earlier, it's a little weird to me that, like, getting 3 on 1 point and finishing it is worth the same as getting 2 and 1. Like, I almost feel like maybe there should be more value to finishing a point, but I don't know. I don't make the rules.
We just got that changed. Let's relax.
Yeah. That's my bad.
Let's not start that conversation.
Delete the bot. Delete the bot. I'm very, very grateful. Well, as it stands, ROKKR over 2-1 edge, and Prisa looking to get something going. He's on 4 in a row now. He had the huge map too. Gonna get caught though as Illy is playing deep. And they're all just kind of funneling in, and throughout this, you see that number 7 is starting to work his way up. The shots he was playing towards B is slowly may get involved in the action, or will he need to? I don't know if he's going to have to do anything, and map is wide open for him. Major does get 2 at least, because they were getting chopped down.
We're going to keep going for this. Dashy is still here. Going to be the last one. You still have Shotzi just sitting top broken. All right, A secure, you need 1 more point to tie it. Slaying-wise, it is pretty darn close. It's a 2-kill advantage.
And that's why that 1 extra point for OpTic was so big, though.
Yeah, but now
This is where they were able to hold last. I mean, it's the same as a couple rounds ago, though, right?
Right, but look at this setup. Okay, so now the key is really Standy here. Can he find a kill? Right, you need the pinch to open something up, to get Scump on a top radio, to get something plat side.
Now you're pitching.
Yeah, now Shotzi's kind of pitching the pinch. And now, that's what I mean, reactive, right? How fast they are on the map, similar to Surge. And well, it's Shotzi who does it.
Yeah, a little slow to get things going. Maybe the stun, the shots from Dashy kind of slow it down, but the pinch comes in quickly, and incredible stuff there from OpTic Texas. Is they're just trying to make sure they retain that defense for round 5. And they've got a big life advantage now. It's up to 8.
Still a minute 20. OpTic's just controlling this position so well. Now Dashy's going to take that spot alongside Illy as they watch his top jump hop. They're going to go through the backwoods again.
See if this time they can make it work. Standy does get 1. Looks like he might push back to his same spot now. They're going to call it in. This will be the glide. Sees him in the back. That's going to be scumped down. Another drops in Illy at the same time. They have a couple more lining up, but Shotzi and Dashy trying to go big, and they're going to do just that. Huge shoots, kills off the back of that glide bomb, but Major's still here and lurking.
Yeah, they're looking for him. You see the 2 players in the Illy and Scump just trying to hunt him down. Trying to basically take a 1 versus 2 while they can. Major able to find 1. Illy now on the second, there is that trade. The communication on point for OpTic because they were hunting Major Maniac, but now Standy's through. Standy can make the play. Maybe find the opening. 30 seconds, 10 to 15. Standy to Priest up. Find some kills. They're trying to work this point.
These next engagements gonna be so massive. It's Shotzi, it's Scump yet again that's able to go big. Oh! And it's a 3rd from the King.
Goodness.
Absolutely filthy stuff with 4 HP left. That might have been the opening for ROKKR to get the defense, or at least tie it up. Not gonna happen there. Just 5 seconds to go. Can somebody touch it in time? It's not going to happen. Scump goes massive.
And I mean, it's that play right there and then the glide. You get 2 kills. You have the last 2 players in Dashy and Illy radio side. They just could not clear that position.
And they get what, 3? I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was a 2 versus 4. And they shut that push down.
And it's going to be frustrating because if you're ROKKR, you had your chances. And I feel like maybe even the first off, you could say, maybe not as great a chance, but you had your shots. But now it's round 5, do or die time within this map 3. And it's offense for ROKKR. Can the hometown heroes come up with something big, or the defense stand strong still for OpTic Texas? I feel like we've had so many of these control games that's been defense, and suddenly offense crushes it in the 5th round.
And a lot of the times that's sort of maybe a breakout push. Major Maniac does get through. I don't know if he was spotted. Does not seem that way. A lot of map position here for ROKKR. Can they turn it into something? But it's those gunfights. It's that next line that OpTic continues to win.
It just feels like, so many times, like, you need 1 more, so many times.
Now they do. Okay, they all turned.
So who's this wrapping the way around that?
Now, of course, it's Shotzi.
And Shotzi just once again, he's able to get in. They stiff him out towards B and find the kill. Attached to be the last one lurking, but Shotzi has always seems to be in some position that is so annoying. As he's lurking towards you again, they got to deal with him. I mean, he's in between 3 players. Surely they're going to be able to drop him. You get this, you've got what? Just about tied lives, looking at about 2 minutes. That's pretty similar to the last 2 offenses. A has not been an issue.
It's this spot right here. This is Dashy's home, where he's 31 and 20 and on 5 in a row. This is that area.
How do we get through from here? Now, you had a couple cracks at it. Maybe you've learned something throughout this stretch. You got a chance to get more streaks now. Get that 30 and 22. Also, Casa, day attach. If that might be number 7. All right, so you'll at least get the streak, but
Okay, while we were on Attach's point of view, you had 2 players push up from ROKKR towards P5, and guess who? It was Scump with the 2-piece that shut down the push to B.
So what, it looks good on one side, horrible on the other.
It's just not the side where you really want. I mean,
Yeah,
at least you
yeah.
have the glide, but it's not where you want those skills.
Well, we'll see. I mean, how valuable is this glide?
You got the extra utility again, yeah.
Can you turn it into something this time? You've got a minute to work with. Lives dead even at 16-16. Glide bomb, it's coming in now. They're looking for an opening. All the call-outs coming in. Can you turn these all into kills? They're going to hit the street. You see them come right through the cut. They're trying to get in fast. The spot is there through the window. They're able to take down one. Just looking for more, but it's Illy. It's Illy on the finesse. The melee's not going to hit it once again on the tail end of the streak. Advantage to OpTic. You get all the kills. Back to step 1 we go.
I mean, props to this team because they are so good in those positions. I mean, you have that sort of stare-heady where, you know, ROKKR are getting aggressive, but it's just plat control where they stand strong. 12-12 though, 30 seconds, 2 kills. Here we go, maybe the last chance.
Dash.
But guess what? That's his home.
Can you get through the turret that has just been rifling shots through all game long? He's finally going to get dropped. It's attached. It's able to take. If you've got somebody onto the point and the clock is stopped, but it's just for a moment. The last guy, sorry, 2. You're going to have Major here with Standy, and they're both going to fall. Scump and Shotzi again come up clutch, trying to transition. Not going to happen. The door slammed closed and Attach's face. And with 10 seconds, I'm not sure you can get there. They're trying desperately. But once again, the defense simply too strong. Or is it? You got 1 moment. Only 3 lives remaining. But the grenade over the top, that'll seal the deal. OpTic's defense so good.
I mean, there were chances for ROKKR.
Yeah, so many. It's like it's tough. Offense on control is not the easiest thing. It's not like when we're saying there were chances, it's not like, oh, they should have won there. Oh, they should have won there. It's just there were opportunities where if you won maybe 1 more gunfight, 2 more gunfights, you're getting some progression at least. You're giving yourself a chance.
It's one of those, really the chances that we talk about is if you can get multiple players onto the point, you force OpTic to have to, I don't know, get aggressive or play a little chaotic. I know they don't do it often, but they weren't getting him out of those spots. Every time they needed a 2-piece, it was Scump. Then it was Shotzi on a flank. And well, Dashy 35 and 24. I don't know how he does it on this map,
Every time.
He does it.
Every single time. It's just consistency. Comms, like the sort of the where is he? Yeah, where is he? Where is Illy? Map 4 time though, to Berlin. We go to Standy's POV. Let's get rid of all these windows so that I can see through them. But the information is there, the snapback is on, the headshot is through. Is Standy at least able to get 1, but in the hard point for now, it'll be OpTic Texas.
Yeah, right off the break, they're gonna have that good side get there quickly. Now off a spawn. With some nades in hand, can they break this setup? Standy, doesn't matter what jet he has. And well, him and Priest are able to break down through. Shotzi, talk about being a route man, and he's gonna do it right now.
We'll see what kind of opening he finds behind the bench, but they're kind of able to waltz right back into it. You still have Priesta here just trying to fight, and Desk, I thought maybe enough, but a little bunny hop towards him off to the slide. Scump will take that fight.
You would have loved that time. I mean, you had the rotation over here if you're ROKKR. That would have basically tied the game up as well. But you are here at P2.
Screw that ceiling. Oh, in his face. Ah, okay. Ah. To the ceiling, to the forehead.
Everybody's dead, but Illy, you gotta get him out of here. He's just buying so much time for his team. Finally, a nade connects, but he buys. You know, Scump is now there. He's gonna find some kills. He's gonna get on the point.
He cannot really be killed. You can see it sometimes in those walls. You just lose aim assist. It's just like all over the place.
Can you do that one more time?
No, Joe. I was very naughty. Crisp from Illy. Bulk still in hand.
Well, now they're starting to work these P3 spawns. You have Attach here trying to play his life, but it just feels like gunfights starting the other way of OpTic. Shotzi able to find 4 to break P2. Now they're set up with the spawns. And even while this is happening, Shotzi's just killing people off of spawn.
Like stagger it, keep him away from the hard point. Like, all right, I trust my teammates.
My man's just hunting.
And then you find an opening to start to wrap back. You shoot somebody in the back. It's just beautiful stuff from Shotzzy. He's got MP40 and auto in hand. He's on 6 in a row. Just everything working out in his favor. The timings are there, and I thought maybe another one to come through as well. But what a brilliant bit of footwork and gunplay it was from Shotzzy. Just so tough to deal with in these hard points, and they're up, what, just around 50. Great so far.
I mean, ROKKR doing an okay job trying to get in, break up some of this time. Over to P4 now. This has really been a tough hill, right? I mean, it's just tough to get into that setup where you're earning a lot of time. There's so many different angles where you can get shot in this hill. Priest are gonna try to get down. The nades are gonna start hitting. Attached though, he's got a lot of OpTic members pushing his way.
You got to think OpTic. They can smell it now. They're blowing them out. Up 70, just dominating. Shotzzy with streaks raining in. Let's get right to a listening with OpTic Texas.
Standing back up the Sandy short. He's short. Behind me, tracks. Back tracks to his 20 in the back now. Try to get tracked. One back tracks, Major. I'm on left. I'm picking up the row. One back tracks. Back tracks. One shot back right. I already have street, guys. I already have all the street.
Back right of all good.
I have all of those street.
And then one is probably going to be inside poster.
Attack is already through. Deep street. He's in fire. Seth. In fire? Yep, chill.
One's alley. Alley, Prisa.
Where'd he go? I can play for him. I'll go get him.
I think they
Alley,
Poor Ellie there. He's like, I got all street. I got it all. And unfortunately, shot attached already here. Shot in the back, but he gets the comms quickly over to Scump, and he's able to locate the kill. And I mean, Dashy's had a slow start. He's 3-9, but not sure you care much when you're taking a look at the scoreboard.
No, I mean, Shotzzy, Elise, Scump, everybody contributing. The key there is really just the P2 to P3. That's the difference. ROKKR, kind of similar to what we saw in the first hard point. Just a couple of players that were able to make too many plays. But yeah, even with Illy, I mean, getting taken down in that comm, like, he's fire. I mean, you saw it. The Scump's like, oh, good call, dude. Like, I don't know what you saw, but nice.
I like that. It was just perfect small talk. Set up an easy kill there for Scump, and yeah, that's a great part of the listening towards the tail end of it. But
this is the chance, though. If ROKKR want to get back into this, breaking this P1 hill while you have map position could be it. You're going to get the rest of this time. You can see that, who's that? Dashy already rotated on over. Have to wait for one another now. They brought it back within 35. You see attached going on this long route all the way through.
fans, they need you now. This is a big moment. ROKKR trying to continue on at their home event. How big a break could be here. You trail by 40. Can you find an opening? Just waiting on who's going to be the person to go. They find an entry with a nade. Attach able to get one as well. That's going to be 3 down. Now you got to fly in. Last person to deal with is going to be Shotzzy, and they're able to take him out as well. It is patient, but they find the picks and they get through. Beautifully done.
One player sneaks on through off a spawn again. It's Scump this time. It's just right through the middle of the map. That's going to be 3 dead. They have to fix those mistakes, ROKKR. That's a 30-second swing. We would have been at, what, within 10 points. Instead now, you're going to have OpTic up to 150.
Is this sort of like a, you know, if you look at Cold War last year, you got a break like that, you had 5 seconds to kind of regroup. You just don't now. Your decisions need to be instant.
Yeah, and again, just calling out players. Who's the first one to spawn? And they try to get a little bit pushed out, and maybe, you know, you just that first push, you play from the hill. Doesn't happen. Now, over towards B2. Let's see if they can hold it this time.
Yeah, you do the hard part last time, but it falls apart. Now, can you just lock it down? You'll have attached play in deep. He's going to be caught in the cross. That's going to be auto heating up for Dashy. They are falling apart one by one. 2 have already dropped. Last person remaining around the point, ready to dance, is going to be Standy. How much can he find? Because now Major trying to get across. Able to do it. A little help comes in from his teammate, but they get the kill off of the hard point. As they're battling back in, no one able to get a ton of time on either side.
And OpTic is just sort of playing discipline right now. You have Dashy locking down P5, then look at Illy. And here's the thing, if you're gonna have 2 players out of play, you're hoping if you're ROKKR to at least be getting some of this time. Last 15 seconds are
Oh my God! He just got incinerated! Is that 6 in a row? And that's a goddamn pistol! Ah, now okay, people! Oh God, you give him more ammo there. Probably another.
It is a pistol. It's very strong.
Yeah, it's like a little nuke.
Well, with those
Packs
skills,
a punch.
the rotation over 10 seconds. You don't even have pressure yet if you're Minnesota. Need a break here, down 70.
It's starting to get out of hand. It's getting to that scary territory, the scary hour. Because they need to do something. Can Priesta be the hero they need to find an opening into this point? He's able to take the first, take down the second, trying to cook
Oh,
the
man, he's doing it all.
Throw a little teardrop, but the help is through. Instead, he's able to find one. You need this time. You need it desperately. Another gunfight win for Priesta in the corner, but Dashi is able to take down two. Attacks is getting shots into 7 pillars, 8 players, but nobody's falling, and it's OpTic back into the point for the final 20 seconds.
And now your next 2 hills. Hoping to acquire as much time as possible. When we were in that listening with OpTic, you just kind of saw it. Like Minnesota, they had trash position where you see 1, 2, and 3 set up. But the nades are hitting, the angles are in. It's not easy to do. Yeah, well, that makes it tougher too.
Yeah, because his pistol blew up the whole team. Now he's got a streak to do with it as well, as Dashi rips Standy out of the hard point, and they look to collapse beyond that.
They just got to play conservative.
One's going to spawn out if you're Standy. Yeah, there's no one inside the point. You need points so bad right now if you're ROKKR, but you're playing scared. You're getting just taken apart. Right back into the point and over the 200-point mark. Go OpTic, Texas, looking to silence the crowd, put this away, continue on to this loser's bracket.
Again, a map where they were 0-4, so this is just, I think it's great to see for them, right? To get that first win, if they're able to close it on out on the board. Especially if you're gonna make it all the way to a final, a best of 9, that map set needs to be strong, and so far it has been.
Well, when you're on top, usually what's the toughest thing to do, or the big thing you gotta work on, is continuing to widen that map pool, to improve wherever you can, but they're not quite done yet. ROKKR, I mean, heroes of the biggest comeback we've ever seen last year, but once again, it is someone getting in behind enemy
Long
lines,
routes.
and this time it is Scump. The long routes throughout the hard points are something you're gonna watch if you are ROKKR, and it is going to be painful.
I think one of the first teams to really show us that has been like your London Ravens. Just there was always someone playing on that outside part of the map. Yeah, let's be honest, it's difficult to watch, right? There's just so many different alleyways and
It's fast.
routes that they
Fast.
could go. But you have to be on top of it.
Well, Scump looks to wrap back in. He'll be shot in the back. They're just 27 points away now, but
They get this flip.
you're starting to chip away at this. I mean, this is a team that is responsible for so many insane comebacks. You can never, ever count ROKKR out of it. They're just chipping away at this lead, slowly but surely. That's a big kill from OpTic into the next hard point, though. You're going to have to clutch up now if you're standing and attach.
Well, Illy was just going through files back there. Just taking his time. His teammates were dead around him. Dashing now inside. Where are the trades from ROKKR? 3 down. It's on the Priesta. It's all 4. Oh, these P1s.
They gave you hope for a moment in OpTic, Texas. They snuff it out. 10 seconds now to go. His Illy is just beaming until he's not, and he gets dropped, but you get the win on Berlin. Nobody close enough. OpTic, Texas regain, and they continue on here in Minnesota.
Just a couple of fundamental plays. I mean, both of those hard points, but it's a game mode they've been struggling in all year. You can see the openings, you can see the gaps. If you and I are talking about it, it's pretty obvious. But that P1 on both of those rotations, chance there for ROKKR to bring that game in.
And is that, you think, mostly just a comms thing? Just knowing who's missing?
Has to be. Got to button it up.
It'll happen. I mean, I think it happens to any team a couple times over the course of the map, but not that many times. Yeah, it's just gotta be a frustrating one. And we're talking about like it's so easy to do. It's not. I mean, this game is